Honestly, I thought we've been pretty good this year on Saturdays. It's always a fun atmosphere here, and we take a lot of pride to play at home ice. And I mean, tonight was a pretty good game. I feel like we dominated most of the game, and yeah, I thought overall it was a good game for us.
Speaking of dominating, your teammate over here, what do you think there?
Yeah, I mean, it was unbelievable performance for him, and that's why he's a special player. We came here, and he was doing it the past 16 years, and he's still doing it. So it's all in his honor, and we're definitely lucky to have him. And definitely, I know how it is sometimes. It's you get through adversity, and you just stick with it. And goal scorers will always be goal scorers. So good for him.
When you're looking at the kind of the last part of the season here, what do you think you guys are building right now? What are you hoping to build as you close out the season here?
I mean, take one game at a time. Like, have fun. I mean, if you tell your 12-year-old self when you were young that you would play in the NHL one day, you would be pretty happy, right? So, just take a lot of pride doing that, and opportunity to play in the NHL don't happen every year, and it's something you cannot take for granted. And I mean, right now we're having fun with it.
It looks like, the 5 main units that are out there are playing really connected, and I know that's something that has been hit or miss at times in the season. Can you pinpoint sort of what's different or what's working?
I think most of the night is just execution. The night that we don't have success, I mean, we don't execute, we don't play as a unit of 5, and that's how we lost games this year. And I think most of the time right now we're finding a way to win hockey games, and we're playing support hockey everywhere, like good system. And I think it's all about like passing to each other and support to each other, and we're doing that right now.
Fair to say this is one of the more enjoyable evenings you've had as a member of the Predators here?
Well, for sure. It's the year's been what it is. It's been disappointing in a lot of aspects in terms of what we wanted to accomplish as a team, but to have special moments throughout the season is still, as a player, something to enjoy. It's why you love playing the game, and like I said before, as athletes, you wanna win and you wanna help your team win, and tonight was one of those nights, and it felt good.
You almost had a pretty amazing goal in overtime earlier, but then what happened on the play from Svechkov to win it?
Yeah, I mean that would have been cool. I think it was a little high, but that's just sports. I mean, you go through times where it feels like you can't catch a break, and then stuff like that happens. I know it wasn't a goal, but hits your stick midair, you corral the puck. It's just you have to stick with it. Eventually, the hard work and the preparation that you fall back on pays off. And in overtime, obviously, again, you're feeling confident about your game. You want the puck, you want to make plays, and had a good first shift, had a good chance, and then got a chance to get back out there. And I knew Svech was going to be looking for me there, so he made Stas made a great play to get it up quick, and then Svech with obviously a very nice pass.
You're moving up the goal list here. You're closing in on 600. Are you able to appreciate that in the moment? Is that something you think?
Yeah, it's always. I think when you hit whatever that round number is, it's pretty cool. But it is truly hard to fully embrace it while you're in the middle of it. I think that's something that you gear towards. It motivates you a little bit, but I think when it's all said and done, those are the moments where when that day comes and you stop playing hockey and you look back on it and you share those memories with your family, with your friends, all the people that have helped you achieve any milestone as a player. I think that's when it kind of hits home the most.
What's most important for you as you're looking to build out your game here the rest of the regular season? What's kind of most important?
Well, we all want to feel good about ourselves, whether that's first and foremost collecting wins and gearing towards something, trying to create that culture, that atmosphere. It's been a tough year. I mean, it is what it is, and we just go through the trade deadline and you lose teammates, you lose really good friends. I mean, one of my best friends in Chenner, and it's tough. It's not a position you want to be in, certainly not one that we expected to be in. So, you can use that as motivation too. Let's play the year out hard and gear toward whatever's next. And that's all you can do. You got to go out there and play. And whether it's you want to finish out the season strong individually to build off something to feel good about in the summer, collect the wins so you feel a little better about yourself. It's certainly not going to change the disappointment with how the year's gone, but it can help.
Steven scored a lot of goals in his career, obviously. How cool to see him have a night like tonight for every uniform?
Yeah, I think it's exciting and happy for him. You know, I think I've said all year, the effort's always been there. It's been a hard year on a lot of our veteran guys, I think, through the expectations that we talked a lot about. And, you know, I thought it was a little bit down. You know, a lot of our group was, you know, kind of heading into the break where we were losing some games and came out and, you know, first few games were okay. You know, but we lost 2 in the last weekend, and it's easy to quit. And credit to those guys that Stammer and Factor and, you know, Phil and Marchessault, and they keep fighting. They keep coming back. The effort was there, and it's nice to see them get rewarded. And there hasn't been a whole lot of things that made us feel really good through the course of the season. To see a guy get a hat trick and pass Mike Bossy at home, overtime win. I mean, those are moments in the game that you always remember, and I'm really happy for him.
I feel like you got something in this Stamkos or Brunette Evangelista line. What is it about that line that works?
Well, I think they're all have really high IQ hockey, you know, especially offensively. You know, I think Factor's just so good at every aspect of the game, and you know, I think Vange is skating a little better lately. You know, and he's smart enough to play with those guys. He's smart enough to create with them, and then. Obviously, Stammer speaks for itself, but they seem to find some chemistry. You could see them talking on the bench, and that's always a good sign that they're building. So, yeah, they've been really good for us the last 3.
From start to finish, what did you feel about your team's defensive effort? Obviously, Mark didn't finish the game after that 1 goal against to tie it up. So,
yeah, I mean, I think first period we really didn't have to defend at all. I thought we got a little leaky in the second, or when we did defend, we didn't happen very often, but we got stuck in our own zone for a little bit, and a little bit of the youth at the back end, you know, and we kind of got a little bit of trouble, and obviously don't like the last one that we gave up, but I didn't feel we defended too much during the game. I really liked our gaps and our reloading, and I thought we were able to turn pucks over and go the other way quite a bit tonight, and that's been a theme, a little bit of, don't want to use the word, but it's a little bit reminds me of a different time and a different age these last 3 games, and we're hoping to build that and get that back. We lost that this year, either through lack of work or, you know, doing the things a little easier, hoping for results. And we're doing some hard things right now, and we're getting good results. So hopefully, you can get a little buy-in and belief in what we're doing. Pretty evident, I think, from probably anybody that watched this the last 3 games, you could probably see that. So again, we're day to day trying to build our culture here and get our identity back.
It's not like Blankenberg on that top power play. What did you think of this?
Yeah, I mean, I think something had to give a little bit, and nothing, you know, Brady's doing or not doing. I just think sometimes with Blanky, it's just a little change of pace. He's a right-hand shot, might be able to find even Stammer, who's feeling a little bit easier. You know, he's got good pace across the line and low deception. So just a quick little switch. So, you know, it was good they got a goal. Thought they moved it around pretty good the second, you know, in the third period when the second time we got out there. But yeah, we'll see how we go here. It hasn't been, you know, we've created. We just, with that group, you know, something has to give a little bit.
Going back to Stamkos, as you coached him this year, what have you learned about what makes him tick, why he's been such a great player for a long time, and how to best utilize all that moving forward?
Well, I wish I had it all figured out, but, you know, I think, you know, I always said I appreciate his effort. You know, I think he's been in a place for a long time. He's used to playing with certain players for a long time. So kind of knew it was going to be an adjustment. You hoped it would be seamless, and you know, we've tried throughout the course of the season to find that chemistry, and sometimes chemistry, you can't force it. It just has to happen organically, and it seems like it's happening a little bit now with his line, and I think he's feeling pretty good, much better about himself. I think he's kind of let go of a little bit of probably feeling down a little bit with what, you know, what's happened to our group, and he seems a little lighter and freer, and it looks like he's having fun playing hockey.
What do you think of Brunette tonight?
Yeah, I mean, he was good. You know, obviously we lost him a little bit with the penalties in the second period. I thought he was, you know, I thought he fit in pretty nice. I could see he's got good offensive instincts and sense. I'd like to see him skate a little bit more. And, you know, probably a byproduct of not playing a whole lot. So we'll get him going, but you could see he thinks the game and he's got some skill.